Hey Nick,
Yeah.
do you like vlogs? You
Like what?
YouTube?
Yeah, I like
You
YouTube.
like YouTubers? I mean, you follow a lot of YouTubers, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I know you like boxing,
I do like boxing.
so you follow the sport, right?
Yes, I follow
How
boxing.
about MMA, bro? Do you watch MMA?
Here and there.
So,
Whatever the popular fights are, like, usually.
so okay, essentially you follow these three things I just said, lah.
Mm-hmm.
So you love this next topic. So, as you may know, Jake Paul has just challenged Conor McGregor to a fight. In a boxing fight, not an MMA fight.
I mean, obviously, Jake Paul's not an MMA fighter,
Yeah.
so
So
if he was going to challenge, but yes, I did hear this.
yeah. So
Yes.
you've been. We're gonna be talking about that today.
Right.
So okay. So what's your opinion about it?
My opinion about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I like the fact that boxing specifically is using these YouTubers as a way of making the sport more relevant. You know,
Yeah.
if you think about it, like I think UFC and MMA and all this stuff has been coming out for a while now, but you find that there's not that many UFC mega fights compared to boxing specifically.
Yeah. Even the money itself, I think the revenue in boxing is so different. Like
It's way higher.
Way higher.
higher. And that's
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of the restrictions UFC has as an organization compared to boxing, which is pretty much everyone gets a huge chunk of the pie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the gambling revenue and all this stuff
Yep.
comes into play. Dude, like this is a pretty exciting idea for Jake Paul and Connor McGregor. But in fact, I think actually, before Jake does anything else, he kind of needs to respond to Nate Diaz first.
Yeah,
because Nate
like
Diaz pretty much called out Jake Paul after Jake Paul did that video where he...
Jake Paul is really trying to make this fight happen.
Dude, did you
He
see
was
him?
calling out everyone, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Nate Diaz was basically... Nate Diaz came out and basically called out Jake Paul straight up. And he went like... He basically... Like, Nate Diaz was all about, you know, you're going to get wrecked. You know, we're gonna hammer you and all this stuff. And Nate Diaz is pretty serious. Like, if Nate Diaz is coming out to protect Conor McGregor...
Yeah, I mean, like, mind you that Nate Diaz, like, fought McGregor twice. He's considered, like, a legit rival against McGregor.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like, it's so...
It's really like one of those things where you gotta just look at it and go, how bloody was the Nate Diaz Conor McGregor fight? Do you remember? You remember that fight?
Yeah, especially the first and second fight. Second fight is like, Nate Diaz is, like, full of blood, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
those
they-
are two guys who've been in war.
Yeah, they literally been through war, and like, I mean, I don't know, man. Out of all the people, Nate Diaz defending Conor McGregor, I think I know why. Like in general, it's not because of defending McGregor itself, but it's more towards defending the art. You
But
know?
the
Like,
UFC thing.
I mean, like, yeah, and also like, I don't know, you know, Jake Paul is calling him out and to a fight in boxing, not in MMA. So, yeah.
Because that's what
What's,
Jake Paul is. Jake Paul is
He is.
you can argue that he beat like two YouTubers and a retired
Okay,
basketball guy.
he beat a YouTuber and a basketball guy, but he has his boxing license.
Yeah, he has his boxing
It's in his
license,
pro record, lah.
Yeah, it is.
He's technically undefeated as a pro.
Yes,
He
but,
is. Yeah, I mean.
But I mean, it's Connor, right?
Yeah, I mean.
Even then, it's Nate Diaz. So
Yeah.
these are two guys that like who know how to fight.
Yeah.
It's not like
Nate
a joke
Diaz
for
is
them.
a legit boxer, you know. Like I think he has a boxing record as well.
Yeah, there was also this other thing where basically Logan Paul, basically
Yes.
Nate Diaz, Logan's taking on Floyd, right?
Yes.
And Nate basically sent out a tweet. There was a tweet attached with Logan Paul's tweet of his brother saying stuff. And basically, Nate Diaz said, "You better check your brother, man. You better check your brother before he wrecks himself," kind of thing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's where, like, I thought Logan was like, he's like pretty much laughing in the background and all.
Yeah.
And there's another theory going around that this is all like pretty much like a fixed thing. Like,
Yeah, because you know, boxing is very synonymous with match fixing compared to UFC.
but not like match fixing. I'm talking about like hype fixing.
Yeah, okay, hype fixing.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
like
okay,
this
okay.
guy's gonna say, "Hey, why don't you call me out? Then I'll call you out."
Yeah.
Then that whole thing with the what's that fella's name? Danny Dillon? Danny something?
Oh, Donnie is O'Donnell or something.
what's his name?
Dylan Donis.
Dylan Donis.
Donis or Donis.
Yeah, something like that. And he threw.
McGregor's teammate lah.
Yeah, he threw the water ball at him or something, right?
I mean, Dylan Dennis itself is a very good troller.
Is
And
it?
ended up Jake Paul is trolling him. So I don't know, man. It does seem like it's what is it called? Manufactured. It does look like that.
You think it's manufactured?
In somewhat, yeah.
I just think that these two brothers are not. Suddenly, these two brothers have potentially two high-profile fights.
Yeah.
One is facing Floyd, the other is facing might be facing Connor.
I think Jake Paul called McGregor out once the Logan Paul and
Floyd fight
has been
announced, right?
finalized. Yeah, I think that makes me a bit more like
Suspicious
a lot. You know.
I mean, but even if it is a fixed hype thing, I like it. I think they're using social media very well. Like this is how you build a fight, man. Like
I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. The Floyd fight is an exhibition, right? It's not a pro fight.
of course.
So I do see this going through the exhibition bout.
But I think Connor can fight professionally.
No, he can.
I think Connor can fight Jake professionally if Connor wants to fight Jake. I mean, if that's the route he wants to take, he can.
Connor is not obliged to fight him at all, you know.
Yeah, Connor's not obliged. Dana White pretty much says that there's no chance in hell this is happening, right?
Yeah. I mean, he even called out Dana White, and Dana White responded by saying, "Yeah, I should send Amanda Nunes to kick your ass or something."
Sorry,
like
we can't show the video because like there's a lot of swear words.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like, oh, that's some pretty graphic stuff he said. He called out Connor's wife. He called out Connor. He called out Dana White.
Yeah.
Then he went and attacked Dylan Dennis or something.
Yeah.
Like,
I think he threw trash at him.
He threw stuff at him. I don't know what it was,
yeah.
but they were in the middle of shooting something, and then he just like came up and like in his van or whatever, throwing stuff at him and like, oh crap. But it's like building up my hype for it because let's face it, like even if you think it's fixed or whatever, I bet you anything you're gonna watch the press conference.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the press conference if this happened? The Floyd Logan press conference already is going to be like one of the most must-watch things of the year.
Yeah.
The next year, which is not now. Yeah. So I think that it's pretty impressive how they've set up these kind of fights and how they're using YouTube and and Insta and Twitter and all this stuff. They're using it to build hype, man.
I know for a fact that Logan Paul is trained by Shannon Briggs.
Yeah,
I mean, let's go champ.
Yeah.
That he has a very good. He was a former world champion, legit from Brownsville, the same as Mike Tyson. But okay, over the years, in his older years, he's built a very good social media following. So
Shannon Briggs, right?
Yeah. So he's becoming like a social media guy. Shannon Briggs, training Logan Paul. I don't know. That makes me even more suspicious about this being a hype game. Yeah.
Although, all the training in the world.
Yeah, but Shannon Briggs is legit.
And Logan Paul couldn't beat KSI.
Yes. And KSI.
And now he's fighting Floyd?
Yeah, I mean, it's out of the blue, And also, like, I think Logan Paul is a heavyweight or a light heavyweight, I think.
Yeah.
And
he's tall.
And he's 6'2".
Yeah.
That's like Andy Ruiz height. Who's 6'2".
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
I mean, it's not Anthony Joshua fight.
No,
height.
he's 6'2" is still pretty tall,
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah.
I think UFC, who's 6'2"?
Israel?
Maybe. He's taller than GSP.
He's taller than GSP?
Yeah. He's taller than Khabib.
Damn, bro.
I have no idea. I mean...
But Khabib is, like, stocky as hell.
Yeah, he's stocky.
Khabib is quite stocky. Like, if you want to fight Khabib, you're gonna need to like. Yeah. You're gonna need to bring it, man. Like.
Yeah. But it makes no sense. Why is he fighting Floyd? Is it a catch weight? What weight is he gonna fight in?
I don't know. Do exhibitions even have this? Because didn't Roy Jones Jr. fight a entirely different weight class?
Right. It's
so maybe if it's an exhibition, you don't need to do this.
Probably catch
and
weight.
Floyd's probably like Logan's punches are not gonna be strong enough to like bring me to my knees or anything.
Yeah, alright.
Then again, I mean, could Logan's punches be strong enough?
I don't know, man. With his reach, maybe.
Jake, on the other hand, has gotten some notoriety because he knocked out Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
I think if we didn't KO Nate Robinson, we would be like, this guy's got nothing, right? But then he kind of KO'd the guy. I know Nate Robinson was pretty much like a headless chicken running into every punch that was being transmuted to him.
Yeah. So like Jake Paul, his first fight, he won against.
By the way, Nate Robinson's a really great guy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I mean, he beat KSI's little brother.
Deji, yeah.
Yeah, Deji, and then second fight is against Nate Robinson.
Didn't he fight another guy in between that?
I think that was like not a pro match.
That was not a pro match?
Yeah, I think he fought with a helmet or something. It's like it's a amateur bout.
Okay.
I mean, like even Logan Paul's first fight with KSI,
Was
the one
not
they drew,
a pro
he was
match.
not a pro fight. It was an amateur bout. They wore helmets and all that. So yeah, so I don't know. As an exhibition, I honestly think it's like a hype game, bro.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Nate Diaz is serious. Maybe Dana White is serious, but I think Connor. I don't think he's. I don't know.
You think Connor is the one
I don't think he's the mastermind.
masterminding everything?
He's not the mastermind, but I think Connor just goes with the flow, starts testing water. Like if this is like where the money is at. Maybe.
If I was Jake, I would look at it and go, I know why Jake's doing this now. Jake probably realizes that he can't. There's not much time before Connor gets to an age where he completely is not relevant as a serious boxer.
Yeah.
You can argue the Logan Mayweather
I mean,
thing kind of.
even now, Connor itself in MMA is like slowing down.
Yeah.
I mean, even
I haven't seen him fight that much recently.
even before he beat Donald Cerrone this year, he has not won in like 4 years.
Yeah.
You know, that's
exactly.
not. I mean, that's not a champion warrior type of thing. You know.
But I mean, Connor is
with
still a
respect to
pretty.
Connor,
But that's MMA.
Yeah.
Connor, when he was in boxing, when he fought Floyd
Yeah. Okay.
that
alright,
first time,
yeah.
he was not bad. Like
I mean-
I wouldn't say he was like Manny Pacquiao or something, but
Yeah.
he still could hold his
I
own.
mean, apparently, like even before this, there were like talks about him fighting Manny, and it ended up now he's being linked with Jake. I mean, I don't know.
Well, what's the other guy that Jake mentioned? Another guy, Daniel Poirier or Daniel.
No, Daniel Poirier, I think is a guy that Connor is going to fight next month.
He's going to fight Daniel Poirier next month.
The thing
right?
is, Connor has a fight next month. So it's like, when are you planning to plan this?
Probably next year, maybe.
Next year, okay. Let's just see if he's still relevant.
You know what's gonna happen?
You know that Manny Pacquiao fight was really like legit. Like it almost happened. Like it was like in the talks or something.
But I don't think Manny would fight Connor.
I'm not. But it was in the advanced.
I mean, if the money was right, Manny would fight Connor. But like, I think also you have to remember that Manny is pretty much still in the pro circuit. Like he's still fighting in the boxing pro circuit.
He's still a champion. You know?
He's still a champion, and he doesn't need to fight guys like this. I think he wants to fight Errol Spencer or Terence Crawford or one of those guys.
I know for a fact that if he tries to even think about Canelo, no way Jose.
Canelo?
No way Jose. No, not Canelo.
But they're not even in the same weight class.
I mean, he's tall. I mean, okay, Jake is probably taller. I mean, not those. But he's not the same weight class in freaking Connor, bro.
Who? Manny?
No, Nate.
Jake.
Jake, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I mean, I'm not sure about Jake. Okay. I'm not sure how Jake's thing works with Connor.
Yeah.
Because Connor could come down to face him, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think, like, I don't know. I think Connor is a natural welterweight, so he may not have to go down. I think Jake has to go down. I think Jake is a light heavyweight.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell.
Wait, Jake's light heavyweight?
I think so. It's either that or a middleweight. There's no way.
I think he's middleweight, no?
Alright, middleweight, okay. But he's definitely not lightweight.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
But yeah, middleweight. I can see middleweight.
Yeah, okay. I just don't know.
This is he fought Nate Robinson, so technically everything's out the window, right? Nate's like.
I mean, he's in over his head, but you know, if it's all marketing, then okay. I don't know if that's where the money is.
I just think that this is a very hyped match.
And there were a few haters, Connor haters are like saying Connor deserves this. He destroyed the MMA sport. He's a crap talker himself.
Aren't you one of these people who don't like Connor?
I don't like Connor, but you know, if you're gonna say he deserves getting called out by Jake Paul because he talks bad, you know, like Connor, at least when he talks bad, he paid his dues.
I don't understand why people have a problem with Connor McGregor. In the first place, MMA is not a sport where usually there's much attention. Like,
yeah.
I mean, how many colorful characters can you name in the MMA circuit at this moment?
I mean, for me, my only problem is just because of what he...
The Khabib situation.
Not because I'm a Khabib fan. It's just that just because Connor is the reason why the UFC is mainstream, does not make him the best fighter.
Of course not.
Yeah,
I know that.
No, a lot of people are saying he's the best there is because of that. He brought the sport to the next level, but that doesn't mean he's a good. At
I
the
mean,
sport.
think about it, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't think of female fighting unless Ronda Rousey showed you what she showed you.
Yeah, that's true.
Ronda is not the best because Holly Holm kind of kicked the crap out of her.
Yeah.
But Ronda is still. I would rather watch Ronda Rousey.
Okay.
I'll be honest. There's not been a female fighter since then that has caught my attention.
Yeah, okay.
The way Ronda did, and the same thing with Connor. I think every fight that Connor fights, there's interest. Israel's quite close to that. I like Israel. You know, Israel. I think his whole anime finishing thing is kind of. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool and very relevant. You know what I mean? But you know, like you barely hear about it. You know what I mean? Like with Connor, at least we know. You know. I'm just saying that Connor should definitely take this fight.
I mean, okay, like
I'll just say it straight out. Connor, you gotta take this fight, man. Like holy crap, this fight is born for Connor. Like Jake Paul is a shit talker. Connor McGregor on the other side is a shit talker. Let them make the best promo for this fight.
Yeah, I want to see Shannon Briggs coming up there like something. Yo, it's my boy. You can do it. Man, let's go, champ. Like, yeah.
Is he gonna say that to Jake?
He's gonna be there in the press conference, I guess.
In the press conference.
I'm not sure if he coaches Jake Paul. I know he coaches Logan Paul, but who knows? Maybe.
I know Briggs coached a Mexican. No. Who did he coached a really good boxer recently. Yeah, he's done some good training for these boxers.
Brownsville, you know, he is from that Mike Tyson. In fact, he was trained by Teddy Atlas.
Teddy Atlas, yeah.
Early in his career. But
that's like
early in his career, yeah. Early in his career. Then ended up Teddy Atlas, I don't know, betrayed him or something. But yeah, so yes, he has a good punch.
I mean, so finally, like, do you think? You know what I think should happen? They should do 2 fights. They should do Connor first against Jake, and then no matter what, Nate Diaz versus Jake. These would be the 2 fights I would love to watch, like back to back. Both in boxing.
Oh man, that's gonna be a tough one. I would like to see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see them have an MMA bout as well.
You want to see them have an MMA bout as well?
Yeah.
I don't think Jake has the stomach for MMA.
Yeah, I mean.
MMA is too.
He's gonna get his face wrecked.
I mean, yeah, because like people. Here's the thing, right, about MMA. You can ground and strike, and you can move into boxing. Mm-hmm. But you cannot just strike and go into MMA.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna get screwed. Yep. Like submission moves, locks, you know, ground and pound, like, you know. Like one of the lessons you learn in MMA is to recover from ground and pounds. Like when you're stuck on the floor and you're about to die, pretty much get wailed on. I mean, that's what I. But I think in the boxing ring, however, they can take the MMA guys and have it there. Yeah, it would be pretty, reasonable.
All right, that's true. But yeah, you think it happened? It will happen?
I don't know, man. I mean, Jake's doing all the stuff to make it happen. Mm-hmm. If it happens, it'll be because Jake pushed the right buttons. I
mean, I do see maybe even if he does not fight Connor, I do see him fighting someone from Connor's camp.
Dylan Dennis, that's what you think?
Maybe Dylan Dennis or someone else. I don't know. We don't know.
That's a good shout, actually.
Maybe Artem Lobov or something.
See.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Artem Lobov or something.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Artem.
They're from the same camp. Hey man, I'm just saying.
What a way to bring up young boxers, though.
Yeah.
That would be a very cool way to rise, show them in the public light, right? Have them fight the YouTube guys.
Yeah. Especially boxers that hasn't paid their dues. Jake Paul has not paid his dues at all. There's a lot of hungry, legit boxers that has no name. You know what? I think if he ends up being a legit boxer in that circle, I think a lot of unknown legit boxers are going to be very angry and probably call him out.
I mean, the fact that he's already pretty much outselling tickets.
Yeah. Imagine
breaking every record.
He does that to Connor, and then some random guy from Brownsville calls him out and then knocks him out. That's also another way. Yeah. I don't know, maybe Mike
first
Tyson.
of all,
you know what's gonna be my best scenario? ends up Jake Paul being legit and all that, and then ends up Mike Tyson has been training this legit guy from out of the blue. It's like this guy's he's gonna what?
He's gonna maim ya. He's gonna bring you down.
This guy's gonna inherit my peekaboo style. You know, he's from Brownsville too, man.
I don't
then
know.
Out of the blue, another guy with peekaboo comes in the next era, and then imagine if that happens.
I can see it. I can't see Mike Tyson training people, but I can see him like.
I mean, just off topic, I'm just gonna say that I don't know. Mike Tyson has to pass his mental in peekaboo style, you know.
To someone, right?
Teddy Atlas is not gonna teach. Teddy Atlas didn't even teach peekaboo to freaking Shannon Briggs. I don't know if he's gonna teach to anyone else. Kevin Rooney teach to that guy, Paz Vega, but I don't think there's another guy that's using peekaboo.
I don't know there's a boxer that's using peekaboo because everyone's using out styles now.
Yeah.
Nobody's using in style really.
Yeah, I mean, so you know, now is like the age of traditional or awkward style.
Awkward style.
No, awkward is like a legit move.
Yeah.
That awkward way.
No, I know it's legit, just the naming is like hilarious.
I mean, you're not gonna see a lightweight do an awkward style. So,
Right.
Yeah. You need that peekaboo, man. Just Uncle Mike, train someone, man. You know, I mean, if you got a guy from Ampang that wants to learn from you, you know.
Aren't you already learning under someone?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's alright. Yeah.
Your coach, man.
Yeah.
Give him a shout out or something.
Yeah. All right. So okay. So Nikhil.
I mean, do you think? Are you in agreeing? You're agreeing then? You want McGregor to accept this?
I mean, if it's not him, then someone from
in
his
his
camp.
camp.
Yeah. Artem Lobov maybe.
I say to McGregor, like, fine, like, you know what? Put Arden first, then put Nate Diaz second, and you be the final boss, bro.
Yeah, bro.
But Jake will never take that because that's just crazy.
Yeah.
He's got to prepare for 3 fights, and you never do that. But yeah, I mean, no, totally. I would watch this. Not because I think the quality of boxing is gonna be like off the roof. It's just the promos, like the hype, is real.
You know, like let's say that everyone that we said just now ends up not taking the fight. I think you know who he should go for? Amir Khan.
Amir Khan.
Yeah.
Bro, Amir Khan's broken his jaw more times than I don't know.
So there's no excuse for Jake to like not accept him.
And I don't want to do that to poor Amir, man. Like,
Why?
Amir is a great boxer, but
you think Jake Paul is gonna screw him up?
I just
To
think
be fair,
Jake Paul doesn't even need to aim. Jake Paul just needs to throw his arm up, hit Amir in the jaw, and it's over.
No, okay.
He's got a glass jaw.
He does have a glass jaw, but you are forgetting that when he got knocked out by legit fighters. You know, he got knocked out by Canelo.
I agree. He's getting knocked out by legit fighters.
Yeah.
But because he has a glass jaw, that means that people have a better chance of KOing him.
No, well, I think he has to.
I don't. And the one thing,
it's a good fight for Amir Khan to recover his career.
if he wins it, yeah.
Yeah.
But if he loses it, it's like the ultimate. It's basically boxing saying.
It's a good retirement money. He already has a lot of money.
I'm saying for Amir Khan's career and his pride, you don't want to put him for that, man. Do you want him to go through that? That's like.
I'm confident Amir Khan can beat him.
You're confident Amir Khan will KO this Jake Paul?
Yes.
You're saying that?
Yes.
I just haven't seen Amir like knock out anyone, you know, like not like
He has
really.
fast hands, bro.
He's fast hands. I don't doubt that. But look at the fights he's been in recently against legit guys. He's fought some pretty like incredible guys.
That freaking Canelo punch will knock everyone out.
But that's what I mean.
Except for Triple G.
Basically, Amir has become a jobber for, you know, big time boxers. That's what Amir has become. And I mean, if Amir wants to, if Amir comes into Jake Paul and he outboxes Jake, and we all see it, and he doesn't go down, I'm all for it. I would agree with you. I would only not do this because I just don't want Amir to get even more humiliated. Like any more humiliation than what Amir's already
he's
been
gonna
through.
need to recover from his career. You know, I think Jake Paul might be a good step.
Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Jake Paul is the answer to everything.
Yeah.
I mean, oh man, I really. Yeah. Okay. So basically, guys, what do you think? Do you think that Connor McGregor should accept Jake Paul's challenges? Do you think that, are you looking forward to the Logan Paul Floyd Mayweather fight? Right? Who do you think is going to win that? And also, you agree with Dazlan? You want Amir Khan to revive his career by fighting Jake Paul? Comment down below, guys. And we will see you on the flip side.
Bye, guys.